Hi, beautiful souls. My name is Carolyn Lanier Roberts, and I am here as a reawakener of the conversation of the heart. My mission business is allowing the light, and the conversation of the heart is the conversation between the sacred mind, sacred heart, and the body vehicle, the voice of the soul. And my purpose is to empower every soul that resonates with me with their own truth, beauty, and grace. Power for me is an energy that is the energy behind love. And power for me, perception of will as experience received, is two levels of energy. The first level is the ego will, the small will. That's when you're seeking answers external from yourself, in your government, in your church, in your neighborhood, in your family, places that are not within you. When you begin to move through tragedy, suffering, pain, when you see it happen to others and you feel directly affected by it, and you want to make change and you don't know what to do, this is when you begin to finally shift from a fixed point of view to open to something more. This is when you will reach the place of surrender, understanding and trying to make peace with what's happening external from you, not from a place of giving up, but from a place of seeking more answers. So the higher level of power, perception of will as experience received, is when you surrender your will or you merge your will with divine will. When you actually allow the possibility of something more than what you see as your reality and what is being projected external from you, and that you swallow whole as truth from any of those that you assume are those bringing truth. At this point, every soul on earth knows that those external from you, those in the governmental structures, in the other societal structures, are not all truth tellers, and they never have been. And you know this. But the point that's reached when you begin to pull back your power within yourself to yourself, which is the true origin of power that I receive, you begin to decipher through the layers of that you've been told from your family, from society, from church, from every single person external from you, to see what is true for you. And this can be a long journey, but it's also really beautiful, because when you begin to uncover, and I'm going to say rediscover, your beauty, your grace, your truth, what matters to you, when you begin to pay attention to the fact that when you're in conversations, you become aware of what's not said, but you want to say within you, you feel it, you want to say it, and it's this piece of your reality that's missing, and it becomes acutely irritating, and you're just like, wow, why aren't they saying this? Why aren't they bringing this up? That's your truth. It's not something that you got from any other. It's something that you got from sifting through, from moving through, from feeling through, feeling the pain, feeling the suffering, feeling what you are not, so that you rediscover what you are and what you always have been, to move into the core truth of what you are, what you identify yourself as, what feels right for you, what brings you alignment when you say it, when you feel it within yourself, when you walk into spaces and you hold this within yourself, and you're like, I respect all these others, but this is my truth. And that's beautiful. And that's not a place where you project it or assume it onto others, because it's yours. But it does allow you, when you begin to align with it more and more, to give space to others to have their truth. And the point is that none of us live or hold on to the same truth other than the oneness that is all. We all live on one earth. We all breathe the same air. We all live in these bodies. And so many other layers of this. When you begin to really release locked in belief systems and thought patterns that you had no idea were ruling your world and directing you and making you do things that you thought you were. But when you reach that place of surrender, and ultimately everybody reaches that place of surrender, when you let go of that small will and that tiny identity, that role that you thought you were, to really begin to realize and connect with the fact that you are so much more than that. When something external from you lights you up or shocks you, either one in either direction, it brings you forward. It makes you question. Ideally, this questioning begins to help you dig into what really matters to you. It can certainly have the effect to retract you back in yourself and be shocked and be scared and whatever else that happens. That's a human condition. But at some point, if you choose to continue living, then you will come back out and you will begin to ask those questions, because that's part of life. It's part of identifying and remembering what we are. And I suggest and I offer remembering, because to me, we are all eternal souls. And we are far more than what we are presented as this lifetime. You are soul. You are a child of God. You are a cosmic being, a divine soul. It's up to you to sift through these words and to reconnect with whatever resonates for you. Resonation, reason of the heart. The heart, for me, is the fulcrum point between all things and always has been. The visual I've seen within me about the conversation of the heart is that of an old-fashioned camera. When you look in the camera, the image that you're looking at, this is the sacred mind. This is what you're looking at, and you're perceiving it right here in this spot. But the light in the back, the aperture of light that allows in the illumination and frankly directs what you're looking at, the way you're looking at it, positivity or negativity that you're looking at it, that is the sacred heart back here. And it always has had this rule of guiding the sacred mind what to look at. When the sacred heart isn't recognized, when the heart is closed, when the heart is ignored or denied, essentially shut down, and that voice is not there, then you're totally operating from the sacred mind. And we have been there for eons, and we are no longer there. What we are seeing now are the remnants of what is falling apart, because it was all lies. And it's okay. We went through it. We are going through it. And believe me and anybody else who is holding higher visions for our blessed earth, we will not be here in a few years. We will not be here even next week, depending on how much each soul does their work. Every day and every moment is a blessing. So when you're only viewing through the mind, it's not even the sacred mind, because to me, what I receive is the sacred mind becomes the sacred mind when it begins to connect with the sacred heart in that flow, which comes from the place of surrender, of allowing, of trusting, of faith. And these aren't just things you put out and you throw and you stick at the wall. These are ways and states of being that you begin to understand, move and navigate your reality. And that you also begin to understand that, I got a call. You also begin to understand that you don't operate alone, that there are others with you, non-physicals and physicals at the same time. But we've been in this place where we were only looking at things through the mind. And as we saw things through the mind, then we left out whole sections of reality. We left out the significance of compassion. We created structures that denied this humane truth necessary for all places of existence. Because when we left out compassion, We left out the voice of softness and tenderness and kindness. And all of this is coming forward now because we are slowly beginning to give it to ourselves. It happens slowly. It's a foreign thing if you have not given yourself kindness, compassion, softness. If you haven't given yourself space for that, if you haven't allowed space for that, then you need to, because it will transform your world. It is transforming our world. I have many things to bring through. I am a librarian of the heart. Everything for me is connected to the heart, the sacred heart. All of it is vetted through this, by this, in the balancing of all things. I am a pure channel of pure intent. I brought through what will come through today, which is beautiful. I am grateful for any of this that served you, served your magnificent multidimensional heart. It is multidimensional. It is how you pivot from timeline to timeline, from reality to reality, by its contraction or its expansion, and the way that you perceive and receive your reality from the conversation of the mind with the heart, in flow. It is a magnificent tool and gift. Thank you for your time and for your attention. When you have given me your attention and your time, these are profound, because to me, all that exists is this present moment. And as you have given me these, you've given me everything. To me, that is love. Thank you so much. I send blessings and beauty.